Hey, Lori here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a really fun project. We're going to be making one of those giant macaroons to put in a wreath, but you could just use it in your decoration. And we're going to be using the Dollar Tree foam rings. And you can actually get some fabric from the Dollar Tree. So you could really do this from the Dollar Tree fabric. So this is really pretty. They didn't have two of this one. And I already had a bunch of velvet, so we're going to be doing it with this one. But they do have different colors of velvet in the Dollar Trees. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cover two of them, and one of them we're going to paint to be the filling. So these rings are green. And so you kind of want to make sure that when you're going to be doing these, that the fabric that you pick is going to cover the color of these. You can paint them. You can also just get a little tiny bit of batting and put that in between your fabric and your little styrofoam, and that will cover it as well. So all you would do is take some of your batting, and this is just thin batting. I just take a piece, and I'll just cut it a little bit wider than my piece. So I'll tell you how much I cut. Okay, so I cut about a 14 by 14 piece. So I would do the same thing with my velvet. You just want a couple inches over. This velvet came from Hobby Lobby, but you can use the fabric from the Dollar Tree. There's some on Amazon as well. So see, when you put your ring on your fabric, you want to have enough to come across the sides like this. So make sure when you cut your fabric that you're going to be able to come across the sides. So about 15 by 15 or 14 by 14. I believe these are 12-inch circles. They may be 10-inch. Let me see. Okay, so these are 10-inch circles, so about 14 by 14 or 15 by 15 works great. Let me show you what it looks like if you don't put a little bit of batting in. One really great way that you can make sure that your fabric is going to stay on here nice and snug is you can actually use some floral pins. Now, I will cut some of this off because it is definitely longer than I need. And, of course, you can use your hot glue as well. But I'm just going to kind of pin it real quick so I can show you kind of what it looks like when we don't cover it. So you can see, you can kind of slightly see the green through here. When you're working with these fabrics, you need to make sure that you're getting the stretch kind, because the way you're going to be able to put this on here without having little lumps and bumps on the other side is that this fabric stretches. And so you can stretch it and you can pin it on the inside like this. Stretch. And you just want to make sure that any of the wrinkles are going to be on the inside here where no one would see them. Okay, just like this. So you can actually do this without using any hot glue if you would like to. I am going to use hot glue, but I want to show you real quickly how easily this works. Okay, so when you get a place that has a wrinkle, you're just going to stretch it around, pull it taut, and that's going to help you keep it nice and tight, just like this. Okay, just remember to use that stretchiness to help you in areas where it wants to buckle. So I just pull, stretch, pen. Okay, you can see I'm getting some wrinkles here, but you're not going to see it once we come around the front. Okay. So, definitely the trick is to pull it taut. Okay. So this is one of the easiest, most economical ways to make this. You can cut off some of the excess fabric that you're not going to use. So this piece was larger than we really needed. Okay. One thing I like about doing it this way is if you do it this way, you can actually get away with not using the hot glue until you go to put it together. Okay. Okay, and then you're just going to go around, find any areas that are kind of poking out. Just straighten those. It's okay if the wrinkles are on this side. You just don't want them to be on this side because you're not going to see things that are over here on the bottom, because we are going to have our filling there. Okay. Okay, so you can see just how nice it looks. It's covered. You really can't see anything on the edges. I will go in and trim off all this excess. Look how nice that looks. Okay, if I see any places, I'm not going to worry too much, because when we get the other two pieces in place, it's going to cover a lot of that, and we're going to have something on top of it. So I used about a dozen pins. I'll plan to use the same on the other side. Now I want to show you what it looks like if you have the little bit of batting. Okay. So this is going to be a less expensive route. But what I do like about the batting is it's going to make it look like the center is not empty. Whereas on this one, it is going to look a little bit like the center's empty. Okay, so this is what the other side looks like with the batting. This is what it looks like without. So you can see when you put them together. So you see how this one looks a little bit thinner and this one looks a little bit thicker. It's just that batting on it. And then if you have any places that are lumpy, just come back, stretch it out, put your pin in. Okay, there. See how nice that looks? Okay, so for this piece, you have quite a few options. Okay, so for this one, you can either cover it with white fabric or you can paint it. So paint it's going to be the kind of cheapest option. I would suggest kind of sanding out this little piece on here. Just on the outside, just so it doesn't show. So I'm just going to take some white paint and some Mod Podge. I have to use about equal parts. I'll also use a little foam brush, and I do reuse these. In addition, I will take a little skewer and I'll poke it right in here. I'll grab a piece of styrofoam because I will let it dry on that. And what I'm going to do is just start painting it. So this is a smooth kind of sealed foam, so it should paint very easily. If you're going to paint only and not put glitter, then you're probably going to need multiple coats. If you want to just get away with one coat, you can do what I'm going to do, which is I'm going to coat it with the paint well, and then I'm going to put some glitter on it. And the stick helps because you can hold that instead of having to paint yourself. But I'll usually wait until I get to the last little piece to use that. And you want to get the glitter on it while it's still wet. So that saves you a step of having to come back and paint it again. So that's why we go ahead and put the Mod Podge with our paint. It also makes the paint coat better. Okay, and then we're going to use some kind of chunky glitter. And I will do it over this plate so that I can get it back into the container. Okay, so I'm mostly going to do the outer edge because that's really what you're going to see. So I won't get a whole lot on the inside. Not on purpose. So a little bit easier to deal with it if it's on the skewer stick. Whoop, I see a place I missed. So this will also help cover up the green so you won't see any green kind of poking through. And it'll make it look so cute. Okay. Once I'm happy with how much glitter I have on it, now I'm just going to put it on my styrofoam to dry. I usually let it dry about 24 hours. Okay, and as soon as it dries, we'll come back and start putting it together. Okay, so everything is ready to put together. You can see our piece is nice and dried. So I'm just going to take it off the stick. Okay. And I am going to glue this in. Okay. So I'm just going to take and run glue all the way around this circle. Okay. Get it glued down. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on this top here. I want to make sure it's where they're going to make contact. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to glue that piece on. All right. So you can see how cute it looks already. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this glitter rope and we're going to put it in this little groove that's kind of left between these. Now you can put little candies in here. You can just do all kinds of things. You could put yarn in here, but I really like this glitter rope. A silver one, which would look super pretty. You see right there like that. And I have a white one. So either one would work. Let's just see how this looks. I think I'm going to do the silver because you can't really see the white. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just glue it on, and it's going to kind of cover up any little places we have, and it's just going to give it another layer of just absolute cuteness. Here we go. I will overlap it a little bit. All right, so let's see. This is almost 31 inches, so pretty close to 31 inches. Okay, so let's cut the second piece. Okay. All right, now there is a hole where I had the skewer, but I'm going to use that when I actually put this in a wreath. If you don't want to use that, you can just cover it up with a little bit more paint. So now we're just going to take hot glue again and just start running a bead right along the edge and start gluing this piece in. Okay. Like this. See how cute that is? And then when I get back around, I'll just trim it and put those two ends together. Look how cute that is. Okay, let's do the other side. Oh, and this is the side that has the batting on it, and this is the side that doesn't. So this, I think, looks a little bit thicker and the color is a little better. I just wanted to do that so you could see the difference. And there we go. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? See, doesn't that look like a macaroon? Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this. This is so cute. And these are so easy to make. And they have actually a lot of really cute colors at the Dollar Tree of the velvet fabric. So make sure you check that out. Otherwise, you can get it at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, or Amazon. Alright, y'all have a great day. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll know when we're uploading something next. Thank y'all.